Hello everybody, welcome back to another Switch Tour. Okay, so we're going to another small one here. I'm just going to show off some new differences in the Nintendo eShop. There's been a little update to it, a few new tabs, cool stuff. I want to show up a couple other things just to reiterate some stuff, like, this is how you earn gold points on your My Nintendo account if you bought a physical release game. And since I got the Mega Man Legacy Collection, most people, Switch owners, will know that unfortunately Mega Man Legacy 2 is not its own cartridge, it's a download code. I'm getting sick of that. I understand discs and cartridges are expensive to make, but it's still annoying. Here's my password. Haha, you don't get to see it. So yeah, I'm going to show off entering the code at the end. I talked about that. I'm not sure if I demonstrated it yet, so I'm going to do that here. Alright, so yes, new tabs. I like how the left side is looking now. Got a lot of new, filled up the screen. It looks very pleasing, visually pleasing. So yeah, there was a recent releases, self-explained. All this stuff self-explained, but I'll go through all the menus so I can talk about everything a little bit. Alright, so here's the featured section. Featured games, big stuff, all that. They tell you the sales in the little bottom left corner of the game's picture there, which I think is really nice. And I'm loving all the sales right now. There's sales right now for E3. It's this week. It was just going on this week and into now, which is cool. And hell yeah, Fortnite and Donkey Kong Arcade are on the featured section because I gotta get Donkey Kong and I have Fortnite because it was free. So yeah, the great deals. There was like stuff on sale. I think it was called before, something like that, on sale games. And here's me putting something on my wish list. I have the first championship edition on something. I think it was the Apple TV or something. I don't remember. Oh no, I'm thinking like that new Pac-Man game, that Infinite Maze. But yeah, good sales. If you guys ever want to buy a cheap game, whether it's indie or not, Then we got the best sellers list, a classic. But what I like is they added these are the games on this side of the list. If you hit the L button, or it just comes on default when you go into the screen. These games are all available in stores. You can buy the cartridge. Mega Man Legacy 2, as you saw, was on that list, but that's because you can buy the download code, much like Sonic Mania, which I'm glad I'm glad Sonic Mania is saying, hey, listen, we're sorry. Here's Sonic Mania Plus with the cartridge. I like my cartridges. You can call me an old man if you want, but I like having the physical game, especially since it's not eating up all my data like Mega Man Legacy 2 is gonna, unfortunately. Apparently, I don't know. One thing I also, and here's the coming soon stuff, typical stuff. I was having trouble loading this for some reason, but whatever. One thing I was getting a little, one thing that people brought up, I should bring up with you guys is, there's a situation with Bayonetta 1, and I'm not sure if I'm right on this. Don't take this with a grain of salt, but I heard Mega Man Legacy 2 had some issues too with the download codes. But this is definitely true for certain people who got Bayonetta 1 and 2. Bayonetta 1's download code was failing. I heard the same thing was happening here. But, the enter code's self-explanatory. They gray out certain parts of the keyboard so you don't confuse O's for zeros or I's for exclamation marks or whatever. Whatever, I's for L's, whatever. But yeah, here, this I'll show you, because, I'm going to use it, and you can't, so ha ha ha. But yeah, it's just simple, that's how you do it. You go to the eShop, you go all the way down to enter code. It's a lot clearer than a lot of than the Wii and the Wii U was, and even the 3DS. It's right in your face when you go in the eShop. It's not like hidden away in the options menu, and I appreciate that. Just to insert a nerdy joke, and then you go to take you to the screen for the confirmation of the redemption and all that. And what I like is it tells you I've earned 100 gold coins for this purchase. That goes in my Nintendo account, which is why the My Nintendo account is really good to have, people. Really good to have. Now that's like 10 cents in currency or something, or $1. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, now I got that, and if I ever basically it's like works like, if anyone knows what eBay bucks are, it works like that. When you buy games, you get gold coins. For every $10 you get 100 gold coins, and that goes into currency. And if you go into your account on My Nintendo, that little icon of your face on the top right corner, that'll show you the thing, the whatchamacallit, the amount you have. So you can redeem that to help get games for cheap, and it's really cool, But yeah, like I was going to say, I'm going to just insert a nerdy joke. I saw that on the download code. I never noticed this before, but it said expiration date said 27.99. Was kind of hoping, you know, this is Mega Man. They should have said like 20x 2xxx or 20xx. That would have been much better. But you know, that's just me. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's a totally missed opportunity. I just wanted to share that, even though it really has nothing to do with Nintendo Switch. Um, if you noticed while I was rambling, yeah, it said like 10 hours for download time. Don't ever believe the estimated times. It's just like once it finds the streamed, and once it starts streaming, you know, you got the good internet connection going on. Like it's found, okay, and that starts downloading. It always lowers. I'm looking at it right now. It went from like 9 hours to 2 hours. Now it's under 2. You know, you just leave it off for a while. Unfortunately, big retail games take a while to load. I never had any trouble with like what do you call it, with like indie games or small download titles, but you know. All right, so I took up enough of your time, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next Switch tour.